I feel like children are humans as well and they have feelings and we should actually let them express themselves.
Now, this is it. I'm not saying you should not allow them to feel. Now, in the aspect of you feeling,
Okay.
that you feel happy,
Yeah.
you feel sad,
Okay.
you feel demoralized, you feel cheated.
Okay.
If you make them feel happy all the time, when it comes to this aspect of understanding
feel.
other emotions, what will happen? Teach them. Don't just create the route for them. Teach them how to create the route for themselves.
So I was like, I remember like, I mean, why I like left the way I was working as a teacher was at some point like a child tried to poison me,
Wow.
and the school authority never did anything about it.
Hello guys, this is Trends and Vibes with Honey Drop. I am your amazing host. As you all know, Honey Drop with the juiciest and the hottest and the sexiest host in the world. Okay, now today I have two lovely people with me in the studio. I have Mr. Lovis Ogedegbe. Hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, you actually did that one. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Mr. Lovis Ogedegbe. That's the decision to tell you, but I will tell you more. I'm an educational consultant.
Okay, thank you. Don't worry. We're going to come back to the introduction. And today, I have with me this all sexy and the light of the world, this star, the only brightest, and I don't know what to say again. She's so sexy, and we have her in the studio, Mrs. Ayomiko. God bless you.
Call me Mrs.
Oh, sorry, Miss. Now sometimes when you see all this cute, you look taken, but
Okay, I don't know if you're seeing vision into my future.
yes, hallelujah.
Okay.
So please introduce yourself.
Alright, hi viewers. My name is Ayomiko Ojurumi and I'm a data analyst.
So you see, I have a consultant with me and I have a data analyst with me today. So it's going to be hot. Well, first question I have for you. I'm going to be starting with Mr. Lovis.
So why me? You started the introduction from me.
Yeah, because you're the only one here.
But if it's money, you say female first.
Yeah, obviously. Who does not like money? So,
Yes.
You are the man of the house.
Okay.
okay, so there's this record breaker, Hilda Bassi. She's a great cook and she recently did 145 hours gig. So just can you please shed more light on that and any word of encouragement for these young ladies out there that most people think, okay, this is something I want to achieve, but at the end of the day they don't end up achieving such thing. Can you shed more light on that?
Well, for Hilda Bassi, I think I joined when I said 98 hours and I saw crowd. Asked myself.
The crowd was mad.
I asked myself, okay, what is happening? So I started seeing people tweeting, I started seeing people on status, okay, that Bassi can do it. So I asked a friend, and she's a baker. She said, no, that she's cooking and she's standing for hours to cook.
Wow.
I said, okay. So I took my pen and I started thinking, for someone to have stood for hours to cook, that means I've been constant practice.
Exactly, yes, because you can't just stand, like, do you understand? Even those 2 hours in the kitchen, I'm gone, like,
When you're cooking noodles.
what kind of noodles am I cooking for 2 hours?
But do you understand now? There has to be constant practice. So I've been practicing for maybe attain that age, and there was support from my parents. Now, this is the advice for anybody out there. Whatever record you want to break, anything you want to do, you could do it. You just have to practice. Now, sometimes it looks foolish, like people don't understand what you're doing, but when there's consistency, when they are beginning to see results, of course, people will come around you.
Let's start from him. Okay, so answer to one question. What record would you like to break? I feel everybody should have a record.
Well, for real, the record I like to break is the best consultants now. Consultants in this aspect of education. That's you see, while I was in school, I used to understand that some learners or some students are scared of mathematics. majorly, people are scared of mathematics.
Yes, like me when I was in school. I hated maths. Just
You know what I'm saying? If mathematics is this tough subject, it's tough. And after I left secondary school, I discovered that when you leave a particular class or another class, you will suddenly discover that you understood that mathematics.
better.
Has happened.
Yes.
Have you noticed that? Definitely feel like, but when you're in that class,
So
you
so
don't
hard.
understand.
Yes.
Now, okay, you cross-check fast forward. You would see that some students, when they're in a particular class and they have a particular teacher teaching them mathematics, for example, if the teacher leaves and someone else comes to teach that mathematics subject, they tend to understand again better than the other teacher. Now, this is what the two variables will do. Teachers need to understand learners' modes of learning. But most times, teachers would want to shout at learners. If I'm someone who likes to read, and I'm seeing a learner who is not reading, often the learner is not serious. Because I am looking at the learner from my own perspective. Do you understand? So, I want to make teachers, parents, learners have a synergy. I want to be the bridge. I want to be the bridge.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your words of encouragement and your advice to people out there and to our viewers. So, Miss, the shine and the light of the world, the dawn herself and the idol.
Okay.
So please, can you? Oh my gosh, she's shy. So can you also give us more light on Gilda versus? I think you attended.
Yes, I was.
We're live.
I was
Woo!
there.
We have a live audience.
Okay.
So tell us your experience.
Okay,
How was
I was just on Twitter and then I saw this flyer for a cookathon, a cooking marathon. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go there and see what's up. And then I went on Saturday morning. My plan was I'll go there and I'll leave by 4 because of traffic and all of that. You won't believe that I left there past 11 p.m. Like,
Wow.
I could not bring myself to leave. Like this is somebody who is dedicated. She's so determined, and I never knew her before then. But I felt like I already knew her, and I didn't want to leave. So I feel like Hilda Bassi's story is a story that we can all learn from. That they said she'd been preparing for this for the past 4 years. So that's like 4 years of preparation. People don't see that. They just see the result.
the
Like,
result?
oh, she's so good. She did this for 100 hours. But she prepared for 4 years for that.
That's amazing.
That's not easy. So it's like determination. She was so determined. And so I could not just bring myself to leave. I had to stay, support till 11 p.m.
You
And
see, Nigerians.
She stood for days.
She took 4 days.
And then the level of operation would have gone L twice.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
She would watch her diet.
Yeah, she actually lost weight for that.
She would watch her
She did.
diet.
I saw a before picture and after
Lost
picture.
And you know this factor that we all are not considering. And trust you, this spiritual part into it. Because it's grace. God.
Okay. Me time then. So what record would you like to break?
I feel like it's easy for me to learn languages. I don't have to put in an effort to learn.
So
a
can I
language.
ask you this? How many languages do you know?
Do I speak currently? Maybe 7.
Wow. This, can you like
7.
say 7 just like greetings?
Greetings.
Like probably good morning.
Okay, like there's a language in Ghana called Twi. So let me say Akwaba, that's welcome. French, good morning, bonjour. English, of course I speak English. Yoruba, Ekaro. Igbo, Ibolachi, or Ututu Oma, that's good morning in Igbo language. How many? That's 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. I speak my local dialect as well, which is Ondo. So I count it as a language. I think
Yes,
Yes.
it's a language, of
Yes,
course.
yes,
of course,
yes,
it's a
yes.
language.
okay, so in Ikale, that's where I'm from, in Ondo State, we say Akaro. That's good morning instead of saying Ekaro.
Okay.
Actually, it sounds related. It looks related to Yoruba, but there's a lot of variations in these languages. So that's 6, and the 7th, Hola, Spanish.
Whoa!
And I started learning Chinese Mandarin as well. Wow. But I gave up at some point, you know, because I had a lot of things on my table. But then I can say hello in Chinese Mandarin. That's ni hao, zao shan hao.
Ni hao, lang shan hao, coffee hao. Okay, so good morning in Spanish.
It happened. Actually, she tried 7.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How many can you?
Okay, proudly,
Mm-hmm.
I can speak English. Pidgin English.
Minus English.
I don't understand. Some people can speak Pidgin English, please. So it's a language.
Okay.
Good. I can speak Yoruba.
Okay.
I can speak Edo.
Okay.
And I can speak the language of the heaven. There's a lovely language.
Tongues.
There's a lovely language.
Wow.
So I gave you 5. Thank you.
Okay, so start one by one.
Which
One
do you
by
want?
one.
Okay, I'll start with the English.
Let's not go into the everyday language.
Okay.
Some of us might, you know.
Okay, start. Okay, I understand. Now, okay, the English, like, I'm communicating in English, and in Pidgin is afar. What's up? Like, how you
My guy.
Hey, see you. You understand?
Okay.
And Yoruba, Erewa, Obìnrin, Eshiko, sister me, Eshifun Ekotekowa. Do you understand? And the Edo Bodia, that means how you doing? Onigbe, Bodia is what you doing. Onigbe, how you doing? Weliba, have you eaten? Yes, I'm from Edo States.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why it's in the Hebrew language, let somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Moving on to Seun Kuti. As we've all heard, Seun Kuti slapped an officer. Like the officer was actually wearing uniform, not a fake officer. And you know, I don't know, probably felt because of his background that prompted him to do that, or he was frustrated. I don't know. Can you actually shed light on that?
The Seun Kuti story. I heard someone saying Seun Kuti assaulted a police officer.
Yes.
And immediately I asked myself, was it an assault?
Did you see the video?
I did not see the video. Okay, so how happened in the video? He assaulted the police officer.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm asking, he assaulted the police officer like a violence attack.
We can't
Was
really
it a violence
say it was
attack?
a violence attack.
Okay, so that is
They
assault.
do, you
A
get
violence
it.
attack.
But we saw when he was like shouting at the man and
No.
next thing he
This
says
is it.
bam.
This is it. See, even in football, okay, for those who understand football, there was a time that Materazzi and Zidane had an issue like that. Now, for someone to actually give you an answer or react like that, you might have said few things.
Yes.
Do you understand? Now, the way we receive information matters, and that is where education is also key, irrespective of your background. You can talk to someone who's not a celebrity, the same way the policeman has spoken to Kuti, and the citizen might just let it go. One. So if I see any citizen who is actually criticizing celebrity, I'll tell them that's because you've not attained that height. If you had attained that height, you might feel you could even do worse. Now I'm not saying what Seun Kuti has done is right.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not supporting him. I'm just trying to have a balanced code here. You would have asked someone who is normal. If he's normal, if Seun Kuti is normal, like, how you doing, sir? Come to a particular time to slap you. No.
So something actually
Something prompted it.
That we are not
this
seeing.
the funny thing is, he surrendered himself.
Exactly.
He
And
surrendered
it
himself.
takes a great person to actually do that, to realize your mistake. Do you understand?
He surrendered himself. And we've seen cases where police brutality, even on.
We don't even want to talk about let's not even go there at all. Because I recently saw a video about an officer and a bike man. Did you see the video?
Yes, I saw.
Like, I felt for that officer bike guy. No, it was bad.
Because at the show, the both of you saw the video. you actually at the
Okay.
You asked me questions, so I would not want to ask you questions. But I can ask my fellow. What happened? He said what happened.
Yes.
Okay. How come you don't see all the videos?
I
My strengths.
Where are you exactly? Okay,
Okay, so
so
what happened?
I think after this, you just have to go and see the video.
Okay,
Yeah,
I would.
yeah. Don't stress the light of the world. You don't do that.
Oh, Jesus is the light of the world.
Policeman, no, but nobody's talking about that, right?
Nobody's actually talking about that. Like this, I think they did for like few days.
What's my day? I'm just hearing that here. Nobody's talking about
Wait,
that.
you heard about the.
I heard about it, but I heard about that option maybe because it's a celebrity.
Yes.
Do you understand? Or perhaps because, in journalism, I learned that from a friend. He says, when you have a storyline like man eats ants, people I know you want to read it. But ants eat man, you'd want to read it.
Yeah.
So because Seun Kuti, a celebrity, slapped or assaulted a force officer, a policeman, or now the other way around, nobody's talking about it.
Well, we all know that's the country we are in, as you know. It happened during the NSAS thing, happened like even during this election too, we still saw different things, and yet, who are we? You can't fight the government, as they say. So you said you saw the video, right?
Yes, I did.
What's your take on it?
I saw the video on Twitter. I was on Twitter and I saw the. Okay, in this video, clearly you could hear Seun Kuti asking the police officer, "Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill my family?" So allegedly, the police van hit his car from behind, and I think the police, according to what eyewitnesses or what the two people on Twitter said, he hit his car from behind. They had their daughter in the car who went into a shock or panic mode.
Like panic attack.
So this is just like a father trying to defend,
Mm-hmm.
like trying to fight for his family. Then he went after the police van and caught up with the police van, overtook and came down, was asking, "Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill my family?" And if you look closely, I think you should see that video.
Yes.
If you look into that video, you will see this policeman is like humbly trying to plead. He wasn't fighting it, right? So that means he recognizes that he is at fault, and then he gives him a slap because he's obviously furious. He's
Like
furious.
the rage.
Yes.
Anger rage.
He's
Yeah.
furious. Yes. I do not support violence.
Yeah, we do not
Disclaimer,
support
we
it.
don't support violence
Yes.
here.
Yes.
So of course, what he did, the reaction was wrong. The slapping was wrong,
Yes.
obviously. But then this is just someone trying to defend or protect his family from harm. Something could have happened to them, and that would have been the end.
The end, and
Yes.
you don't hear anything about it.
So
And this particular story, like, I think it's covered. It's not really rampant like the way they're searching his house and the way they're doing all those things.
yes, and I saw the video of when the policemen went to his house to search
Okay,
his
so
house.
they went to his house to search his house.
Yes.
And I'm
And
wondering.
he was not at home.
No,
they took him
They took him along. He
Yes.
was handcuffed
Okay,
like
so-
a criminal. Why would they do that to
now,
him?
they're going to search his house because they want to go and pick the other slap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, because yes, I think that's the only thing, because that's not the crime scene. So why are you going to his house to check?
And I saw a headline that says this police officer is in a coma. I'm wondering, why would one slap send you into a coma? Why? How is that possible?
That's even like touching cheeks, because if someone slaps you, like
Okay, policeman will slap you. Okay, a civilian will slap a policeman, and the policeman will go to.
That means he is
So
not
now,
fit to be
so
a
who is
policeman.
protecting us?
We can't
Exactly.
trust them with
That's
our
the
lives. We
question.
can't slap
who
and
is
send you into a
protecting
coma.
us?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's another angle that they need to check. If the police officer is in a coma, then what is he doing? Why is he even driving the van in the first place?
But in that video, like, he did not fall into a coma at the instant of that slap. It's not like he's flogged. He was still
Mami,
standing.
oh.
He got home and
and
went
fell
coma. And this story
He went
is
home and fell into
sketchy.
the coma.
And it's a very sketchy story.
There's a saying that you can't fight the government. Like, you cannot fight the government.
But then nobody can prove the law.
Exactly. So, we don't support violence here.
And
Take it.
if you also look, we've seen like previous videos of policemen in uniform assaulting like innocent people, unharmed people. People are just walking on the road, next thing the policeman is assaulting them.
Yeah.
Even as a young person, when you're driving in Lagos, you're driving with fear. Especially if you're driving like a fine Porsche
Probably like
car.
Lexus or
You're
something.
scared. You're driving and you're scared. Oh, what if I get stopped and they say I'm a criminal and I could get assaulted? I could get arrested. People have said policemen took them to the ATM to withdraw money. But in this Seun Kuti case as well, the police went to his house
To his
to
house.
search and they seized his wife. Not the first thing they did
As
was
in,
But they
seize
seized his wife's
yes,
phone.
his wife's phone.
so that she could not record or make videos on, so
How
that there
for-
would not
how-
be evidences or what. What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, they don't want.
Doesn't make
Well,
sense.
I think I heard that he actually went to the station himself
Yes, he went to the station himself.
He told himself.
Yes.
Tell himself
Yes.
and what happened after that? They had to take him.
He was arrested, handcuffed. They sat him down on the ground like a
So now
criminal.
if that could be done to a celebrity,
Now
what happens to
imagine
me
10
as
years, that's true.
What happens to me as because see police brutality. This is not the first time we are talking about it. It's not the
No,
first time we
at
hear
all.
about it.
And
I've
yes,
witnessed one. They've actually tried one with me, but I had to just stand on the ground.
That was the entire point of NSAS.
They can just walk up to you and tell you.
that
What
answer
search
was the point. Well, like,
That was the point of NSAS, was to end police brutality.
and yes,
And-
they became worst.
yes.
They became worst actually.
Did you see the one with the bike man?
There's this video he's talking about. You saw this video when I think some policemen were
Like
trying to
three,
three
four,
policemen.
yes, 3 or 4. They're trying to hijack the bike or take his bike from
Yeah,
you.
because
or something.
bikes are banned, right? But then why are you
Some
beating him
areas,
with
some
a
areas,
stick?
I need to blood because of
I
that.
saw it.
But
Yes, and I was
nobody's talking
You
about
took his bike,
nobody's
fine.
talking about that.
Why are you beating? Why?
Well,
why the
I heard he went to
assault?
apologize though.
Well, okay, but
Like,
Seun Kuti should just
The
apologize
DPO
and everything is done
and,
then.
like, they all went to
So we'll take medical bills.
that. I don't know.
So if apology is now the solution to
So
assault,
we can
So
capitalize ourselves and
say
still
sorry.
apologize. Wow.
Nah, please don't do that.
don't do it.
Don't
Thank
do it. Okay, so Mr. Lovis, this is for you. I'm coming to our light of the world.
Like this is for me.
Yeah, it's for
Like I have
you.
an award.
Yeah, you have an award.
That's
Aww.
nice.
Okay, can you please shed light on your profession as an educational consultant? What are your challenges that you face during this, and just tell us. Me too.
Challenges.
Brief.
I mean, listen. For every business, there's a business and there's a business. There's a business, like BUSI. That means you're just busy for the job. You're not aspiring high. And if you're just busy for the job, challenges can fake you off. But if you're in the business of a real business that you love, you make more money from it. So I've not seen any challenges. Why? Because I just see them as challenges. I see them like stepping stones. So I don't believe I have challenges. Fine, for a start, it's tough when you get to proprietors and you explain things to them, you give them new trend. They want to tell you from this context what is happening on social media. The youth are taking over social media and you're seeing nasty things. Well, if you go deep into the roots of education, children, learners, you make them understand how social media can impact into education. And parents have also lost it. The parents can stay in the house for days watching TV and they allow your child to come back from school,
From school,
join
yes.
you, you allow your child to dictate for you. What are you training your child? When you're growing up, whatever you tell, anything your mom says you're going to eat is what you eat.
You know, those Yoruba
want
mothers.
rice, I don't want rice,
Once
I
you
want
clear this body,
noodles.
you are gone.
What are you teaching the child? So you're teaching the child that when tough time comes. So education is wide, and that's what I do. I make schools understand parents. I like doing this. Make people understand education is not just left to the school alone.
Yeah,
In fact, education is beyond the four walls of the classroom now.
that's true.
Thank you.
That's in your house.
But I feel, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like children are humans as well, and they have feelings, and we should actually let them express themselves.
No, this is it. I'm not saying you should not allow them to feel. Now, in the aspect of you feeling,
Okay.
you feel happy, you feel sad, you feel demoralized, you feel cheated.
Okay.
But if you make them feel happy all the time, when it comes to this aspect of understanding
feel.
other emotions, what will happen? Teach them. Don't just create the route for them. Teach them how to create the route for themselves. Oh, imagine if you as parents were it happens to some of us. If our parents were this education, like you have to go to school, you must read your books. She wouldn't have been able to break that record. So many youth are feeling pains because their parents pushed them.
Yeah.
Parents pushed them. Some of you just have to go to a science class. We used to have this mindset as doctors are the best, they are rich. Do you understand? There's so many people doing fine now. But you could photography, cinematography,
And
doing fine.
now I like schools and I like the different, like we have acting schools now, different acting schools that will teach you directing, like basically deep into all these stuffs now. So even if you don't want to go and study probably like medicine, you can go for that and you still do well, because you see people that still do well, and there's a great opportunity for people that actually attend probably a film school or stuff like that. Once you are good, trust me, you'll see someone that will just pick you, because most of your lecturers can be the same celebrities that we see on our screen, and once they're like Miss Ayo, come for a blockbuster movie in Canada.
2 things they have seen with Miss Ayo is married, and now you're telling her.
Yeah, she's single.
You have to, but you know that miss.
Confuse.
You because that misses.
Sorry, you should understand. She's our light of the world. You see that her skin color is.
Are you considering acting?
Actually, have a side acting.
Yes.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah, that's how
it
it
went.
Yeah, I think what's the name of that?
That the training also.
Yeah, a training. Yeah, see something like that now. We met at the training, and now she's here in our podcast. I'm so happy. Okay, so Miss Ayo, now can you shed more light on your profession?
Okay, so currently I'm transitioning from another career path into data analysis. So currently I work in the pharmaceutical industry, but in the long run I want to be able to work as a freelance data analyst. So what I do is this is like raw data is useless. Let me say it's useless. So you take raw data, you organize, arrange, interpret, and then you send it back to the users, and they're able to work with it and make something meaningful out of raw data. So that's it. That's just it. And then you speak the language of the computer as well, because it is the computer that helps you organize. Computer has a language. Yes.
She's going to teach us.
That's what coding is all about.
Can you talk to the computer?
Computer has its own computer does not understand English. It doesn't understand. It has its own language, like programming languages. Yes, I know you do.
Well, anyways, guys, we've had our lovely guest today. We had Mr. Lovis Ogedegbe. I've rehearsed that name like more than like every time I wake up, I'm like Ogedegbe. So it's going to stop it because that's Sunday.
Please come to a prayer point.
I'll think about that one. And our lovely Miss Ayo, she has also shed light on our profession and the little trending gist we've been hearing in Lagos, Nigeria, and the world. So, guys, drum rolls. Blah, 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 blah. It's time for game. This is my favorite part because I'm going to be asking them questions. Like, I'm going to be asking Miss Ayo this question. Do you have a favorite sibling?
Do I have a favorite sibling? I feel like this question is very funny because I'm an eldest daughter, so I have younger siblings. I have 3 of them, 3 younger siblings. I have an elder sibling, so I live in a family of five kids, and there's no way you will not have a favorite sibling. Even parents have a favorite child.
Yes.
But you don't have you won't just show it. So you have to like be diplomatic about it. I'm not going to say because my siblings are going to watch this video.
Just cast yourself so I don't like answer. This is not fair. Okay, so
I love all of them equally.
No, that's so cute. What about you? Do you have a favorite sibling?
Okay, I think I'll start with what you said. I love my siblings equally. So let's start.
Why now?
Is it your love? It's my love. I don't
No,
understand.
you have to show, like, tell us.
But then, now, this
But I
is
know
this.
you have.
No,
I know you
for you
have.
now, this is this. I will be very, very sincere. I have favorites depending on chores. Depending on house chores or whatever they want to do. Like, I have my sibling when I need to do laundry, like, what's up now? Do you get? So I know that's my favorite along that part.
Mhm.
I have this particular one I need to just take a walk together. Okay, what's up? Let's do the walk together. And I have this one we used to do deals together. And that requires money in the house. Just
So everybody has their rules.
they have their rules.
Wow.
They have their rules. So I would not say this is my favorite, but I love them. I love them so much. I love them.
Just tell them. Say it in the camera.
Yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Okay. I want you guys to pick. That's a general question. So now you're going to pick from order. Okay, I have 6 questions here. So pick from 1 to 6.
Who's speaking first?
You be first.
1. What is a secret you have never told anyone?
Well, if I tell you that secret, it will be a secret anymore. So I'm not going to say that.
And that's why I said, what's the secret you've never told anyone? So you can say it now.
If I say it on camera, then it's no longer a secret, right?
Yes.
So
I don't want it to be a secret again.
let's keep it that way.
And why?
Because it's a secret.
Okay. Mr. Lovins, pick a number.
Okay.
1 is scrapped actually.
3.
3. Do you have a hidden talent? Please tell me you do.
Why would you say
But
so?
that's like a secret again. Why you guys keep this?
No, hidden talents. No. This is tough.
Oh.
Can you have something?
The viewers are
Can you have
interested.
something and you would hide it?
Yeah, I feel like, should I share my hidden talent?
Okay, now,
My
okay.
secret there?
Okay, you don't share any talent and secret. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, I have like a very soft, should I say soft bone? I don't know, like very flexible. I have
So
very
you can
flexible.
twist
Wow,
Yeah.
so you can see.
So I can actually like twist my hand. Oh my goodness, I'm not sitting of my sitting position will not allow that. But I think
I'm saying
Yes.
like frozen chicken. I'm saying no,
But I can twist my arm to the back and bring it forward. If I was wearing something comfortable.
for me,
So that's my
hidden talent. I think I used to have. Why I met this man. He's a mentor. I've never regretted meeting him. He brings out everything in me. Like even when I don't see it, I tell you this is something about you that I've seen and you should do this, work on this. So from now I don't think I have any talent. If I have one, they will tell me. So I don't have any talent. I
Okay.
play football.
You say you have any hidden
It's obvious now. People know I play football. Okay, perhaps okay.
Mhm.
Viewers don't know. Some viewers don't know. I play football. It's not a talent. I hate to do dishes.
You hate to.
Can you tag that as a talent? Like
Hate doing dishes.
yeah, the
Some
the
people
best
actually
man
love
on earth.
Some
who
people
don't like
love
to
it.
do dish. I
Yes.
don't like to do.
What's your favorite house chore?
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be like something. Washing of clothes, ironing. I love it.
Hmm.
So I converted my passion into dry cleaning. Like I said, I want to do dry cleaner.
That's nice.
So yeah, everything.
No, I'm not good.
Full package.
I'm not good.
Husband material.
500
Hey!
yards. For the
Hallelujah.
record, I'm single.
Okay.
So I'm single.
Mr. Lovis is giving you guys out
I'm saying go for
there.
the
Giving you guys some
Yeah,
love.
go about yeah, God fearing. So go to Pastor Sam.
So if you like his vibes,
Just DM. Don't forget to comment that how I like Mr. Lovis, and we'll keep you guys up. Hopefully.
Are you ever single?
No, she's not.
depends on who is asking.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, please can
I'm
you
not
pick a question?
Okay, alright.
So 1 is gone, 3 is gone, 1 and 3 gone. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Two, yes.
Okay. What have you bought that has been the biggest waste of money? I know we girls like buying things that we know that once you buy them, you might not wear these things for like 4 months, and you actually forget that okay, we bought stuff like this. So can you tell me yours?
I think I have a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of things that I bought that I feel like waste of money. Because okay, like I love shopping online instead of like going to the store in person. So most times I see something I like on Instagram. Let's say a dress. I bought 2 dresses on Instagram and none of them fits me. So that's a
Wow.
waste of money.
That's a waste of money. Mr. Lovis, pick. Okay, so
3, 4,
so
5, 6.
1 to 3 is gone.
Is it 4, 5, 6?
So 4, 5, 6.
Okay, that's a 6.
6. Ah.
What?
But you know, do you have a favorite friend?
A favorite friend?
Your guy.
Friend. I don't have much friends, so I don't call them friends, I call them brothers.
But you call someone brother. What is that? Like, okay.
Yeah, like we have the same goal, same we want to go together, there's no beef here. We how would I put it? We understand each other. Just we don't quarrel, we do quarrel. But when the brother is someone who knows when you're making a mistake, when you're going through the wrong path, irrespective of whatever you share. That the person stands for things. Do you understand? Share the same better value. So I call them brothers. Not very few of them.
Okay, so you don't have a favorite friend.
And,
Lot of them. No favorite friend.
Well, but when it comes to bringing, I have a favorite friend with me.
Ah.
I think I do, but that's
Nice one. Anything.
No, that's not.
Just have.
Just of course for the opposite sex. Look, if you see what you say, like pose, repel, unlike pose, they are traps. Do you understand? So for the opposite sex, I would have someone who is favorite.
Okay. That's good. Miss Haya, your question 5. If you could swap lives with someone in the room, like this room, look at everybody. Have you seen them?
Like right now.
Like
in this
right now.
moment. Okay.
If you could swap lives with someone in the room, who would you be?
I think people behind the camera, maybe somebody behind it, because I want to see what it's like to be behind the camera. That's it.
Wow. That's an amazing.
You
I've done the same.
Why the camera? Because you're the telepoint is for me behind the camera, so I'm pressing there.
Okay, so this is for you. Name someone you pretended to like but actually couldn't stand.
No one. I don't pretend to like you. Why? I don't like you.
Yeah,
I don't like
people
you.
pretend now.
No, that's people, not me. I don't like you. I don't like you. That's just it.
Mr. Lovis, what's your take on parenting and education?
Well, parenting education or parental aspect of education, it's this. Okay, let me put it like this. There's seven aspects of education. Fine, you have the parenting, you have the social aspect of education, you have the religion aspect of education, you have the peer pressure aspect of education, you have the one-on-one, the class teaching aspect of education, the school, the formal education. Now you see, parenting aspect of education, it's really key, it's really germane. And why would I say that is, if before a child will be born, there's this relationship between the child and the mother right from the womb.
You're like in a connection.
There's a connection. Do you understand? There's a connection. And trust me, that's where education starts from. That's where education starts from. So if you get a child accustomed to something, these children that cannot talk, they get to recognize things first. So if you give birth to a child and you want your child to be someone who loves to read, put your child on your lap and start reading. The child might not actually understand what you're doing. Do you understand? But then you're making him or her understand lettering, understand what book is all about. Give your child formal education. Now, at a certain age, they would grow and they want to go to school. And when they get to school, there are certain things you should not do as a parent towards your child.
Like what?
Like making your child feel everything he or she requests for, you get. Yes.
What actually relates with what Mr. Lovey said about parents having a role to play in your education, because I used to be a teacher as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Like, I need to adjust as well
Do you
for
understand?
this.
Yes.
Just us.
I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry education. So
Wow.
by profession, I could be a teacher. So I used to teach, and while I was teaching in like a British international school, and you could see that. And before then, I had experience teaching. Okay, like maybe when school is on strike, ASU strike. Whenever school is on strike, I volunteer to teach at a public school. I used to teach chemistry.
Wow.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite subject.
When I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I teach mathematics and physics.
Okay.
Wow.
So I used to teach organic chemistry, that's SS3 chemistry. And when you look at children in public schools, like when you hear public school, what comes to your mind is like children that don't have home training, like maybe like poor children, children that lack moral. But that's not the case, because when you go to like all these big British, like big schools that have like big names, you realize that most of those kids, they don't just have like they don't have they've not gotten the chance to show who they really are. I feel like most of them they have more, like they have a lot of bad things that they are waiting to do.
You're saying there's no moral, parents are not passing moral.
Yeah, I feel like yes, and I totally like if you're looking at it from the angle of being a parent, you know how difficult it is to raise children. Like
Is it difficult to raise children?
yes,
Yes, it is. But with the ones I have, I'm not.
But you wanted a child.
But with the little ones
Look
I've
at
seen.
it. If you say it's difficult to raise children,
yes.
is it difficult to make money?
Okay, now this is people are making money and raising children simultaneously. So
Okay.
one has to lag behind, like one has to lag for the other.
Okay, so which do you think should learn from the other?
I don't
feel
think
like
anyone. Because it's important.
it's difficult to balance the both.
It's actually difficult.
It's very difficult.
But you just have to try.
But then most parents now, you have a job. You want your kids to have a good life, right? So you have a job. Maybe some have 2 jobs, and you're trying to make sure these kids can afford to go to the best schools, can afford to like make friends, to travel abroad, and all of that. So now you're trying to make money, and you can't be. I don't know. I feel like when you're making like you can't be making money and still be there for the child, like the way you should be. I mean, you can try and create a balance, but then there's still going to be like some lags in some aspects. Yeah. Most of these people maybe like getting maids to raise their children, and what values are these maids passing to the children? In fact, most of them restrict the maids, like, oh, okay, just give them food. When they come back from school, take care of them, but don't talk to them, don't advise them, don't give them instructions. You're just like the maid is just like the babysitter.
Caregiver.
Yeah, the caregiver.
Even caregivers do more than that. Like caregivers is not always, they give joy to people. Not like you are not talking to like. So I can't say it's like a caregiver stuff.
Yeah, because I've seen a YouTuber said, oh, my mother-in-law got me a babysitter or housemaid to take care of the child, and then I did not allow her to touch my child, and this child is a baby, like, and I think the caregiver found out and was saying, oh, why wouldn't I touch you? Why not letting me touch your child? Is your child gold? Is your child like a valuable? Is it your child more valuable than everybody else?
You see, my take is this. I'm not saying it's no good to actually go after money.
Yeah.
Of course, it's fine. We all want to live large, we want to live good. But then you see, I tag teaching a child as you're having time for the child and also training the child. It's two different things. Someone else you might pay for someone to have the time for your child while you go and set your money, but the person will not train your child the way you should train your child. The person will not teach your child what you want your child to know. Do you understand? So it's advisable that you give out time to teach your child and also train your child. The training is the moral aspect. Oh, as ladies, have you seen marriages that are getting off the hook because females can't cook?
Yes.
But then, I don't know, should I like contribute to what you just said? Because now we're talking about parenting. When we say parenting, raising children, which parent comes to mind? Who do you think is
And most times, because of our culture, we say the female.
the mother? Everybody
The
thinks,
mothers.
oh, the mother is supposed to
The
raise it.
mothers.
What happens to the dad?
Now,
Okay.
this is it. Okay, if it's a question, I want to say this now. Recently, I learned from my mentor, Pastor Sam Watapa. He said something that was very, very key. I held on to. He said, "We've come to realize that men, they die on time."
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Now it looks like children tend to love their mom more than the fathers. Do you understand? And then if you check it properly, mothers beat children more than fathers.
Yeah, because mothers spend more time with
That is the
children.
point. So if a man would also give out time for the child, even when you beat a child, as a mother, but the child is actually with you in the kitchen. Most times then you want to cook this, you want to cook this, you want to cook
Child
this.
is there to
The child is
assist.
there to
Little,
assist you.
little things.
You can give the child few chicken to eat, give the child fish
Yes.
to eat. But the father is always in the sitting room, putting his legs on the table, waiting for
watching
someone to just
what-
do this magic.
Exactly.
That's where we are losing it. That's where we are losing it.
So I think like if we're talking about good parenting, both good parenting, both the father and the mother should
Work together.
Together.
Yes.
It's like teamwork. You can't leave it to one person.
You just need to work together.
Yes.
Because it's a part of education that is also key. And then parents should also look at this from this angle. I want to tell our parents, don't push your child because you feel your child is not good in mathematics or English or other subjects. We all can be good with arithmetic. Some would be good with the acting, cooking, and all that. Just
Or writing.
or writing. But what you need
things
to do
like
is encourage your child.
Just discover them.
Discover them,
Mhm.
encourage them. Don't push children because you feel your uncle somewhere has a child of the same age and the child is in basic 5, your child is in basic 3, you want to push the child. Don't encourage malpractices. You eventually pay for you pay the brunt later. So you see, parenting aspect of education is wide. It is wide. It's from the beginning, from when you had your child in the womb until you die. In fact, there's this adage in Yoruba that, okay, I don't know if they will tell you a child is not, no matter how old you are as a child, you are still very, very little to your parents. Your mother will tell you, imagine you're 40 and your mother will tell you, I'll slap you.
You're still my child.
You're still my child. Do you understand?
That's true.
So it's key. I mean, you still take trainings, you still take lessons from me.
That's a very valid point.
Okay, so as I was saying, like most kids kids that have comfortable life, that have maybe working parent, both parents are working to provide for them, they are in good schools and all of that. When you like get close to them, realize that most of them lack like moral values. Because nobody is there to really like teach them or guide them on what to do. Because as I was like, I remember like, I mean, why I like left the way I was working as a teacher was at some point like a child tried to poison me,
Wow.
and the school authority never did anything about it because I reported to the school authority, but then nobody is willing to do anything about it because school is it's a source of income, like
It's a business.
it's a business
So
to
they actually
the
have
owners,
profits.
yeah. So they don't want to like chase their customers or their clients. That's the parents the way. So they try and like spoon feed the kids, make the parents look like everything is going on well. Like we've seen instances of look at even the ones we see on the internet, like children something bad happening to them or whatever. Like look at
That lady that said that died when they went for I think excursion or whatever.
You know, the child that tried poisoning you, how did it happen? How did you find out?
Okay, how did I find out?
I think I'm interested in that. I can actually learn something. I'm interested in that story. I can learn something.
Okay, I feel like I'm just grateful that I have like a very strong instinct.
Okay.
Because I feel like help me. You send a child, help me go to the classroom downstairs and get me my water bottle. I always have a water bottle with me, always. And then this child feels like, in my house, nobody sends me on errand. So how am I going to pay you back for sending me on errand? She would have said no, and I'll be fine with
You were
that.
fine, but you decided to poison
So
that
he got downstairs, took my water bottle, opened the bottle of hand sanitizer.
Whoa.
Remember that was during COVID where everybody had
Oh,
hand
yeah,
sanitizer.
Wow.
Yes. And that was like few months after COVID or so. Took a bottle of hand sanitizer, poured into the water bottle,
That child has mind though.
covered and brought it back to me. So this child gave it to me and was looking like waiting for me to drink it. I was like wondering, why are you so excited? Like, why are you so happy for me
To drink
why are you
it.
looking forward to me drinking this? And I was just watching, and then he whispered to somebody beside him. So I asked, what did he tell you? And the other child said he has
Yeah, they
poured hand sanitizer
Sanitizer.
into your water.
I was just waiting for you to drink it.
Yeah.
So if you were
And you
really,
reported
really
to
thirsty
kids.
and you're not observant, you'd have just picked it up and just like
Drank. And
Drank
I don't know
it.
what would have happened. And
and trust me, the school won't do anything.
yeah. So I
No, she reported, like you said. She
I reported to
the
this
kids.
And they
woman
didn't do
and
anything.
nothing happened.
So what if
to
something
date.
actually happens to
See,
you?
And yeah,
And at some point, I'm sorry, they were
Okay.
trying to like gaslight me, like trying to make me feel like how do I prove that
Wow.
he did it?
That's so
How am
bad.
I sure that he did it? As if I was lying on the child. So
the friend said,
the friend actually, I brought the okay, come and say what you said, and the boy repeated. He told me he poured hand sanitizer in water,
the president of his management.
and that was the end of it. Nothing happened. No apology from. I don't think they even informed this child's parents. They never did. Because if they had done that, maybe the parents would have written a letter.
How old was the child? What class?
This child was like 6 or 7.
6.
7 years old, yeah.
The grow becoming big.
So now imagine those kind of kids that have like working parents, working dad, working mom, no home training, nothing. Of course, they will have they will have everything they want.
Obviously.
They will have the
They will have-
resources. There's money to travel on vacation, go abroad. There's money to pay for good school fees, summer school, and all of that. But then, at the end of the day, what happens? No morals, nothing. What do you expect that kind of child to grow up into?
And sorry, such child, because this particular story, I can lead it to a friend story,
Okay.
which this guy literally killed his parents,
Killed the spirit.
stabbed his parents,
The child.
stabbed his sister. No, not a child. So I'm just saying, such stuff, like it's just grooming.
Yeah.
So this kind of a child, if he can do this to you at this age, trust me, there's nothing that he can do when he grows up.
Do you know it's possible that this child have this mental that nobody sends him on an errand, one that he said, then to anything he wants, he
You
gets.
get, and
So
people are like that.
If parents cannot offer whatever he wants for them, he feels cheated. But I want
Yes,
to retaliate on them.
that's it. And that's why I feel our parents should do better.
Seriously.
Like
I
seriously.
feel like we are very lucky in our generation to have like good parents.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because even when we were growing up, we had working parents as well.
Mm.
We had working parents, but they
The
still
home
had
front was
time.
not lagging.
Yes, now.
And so it's left for you and I to actually find means to make that work in this generation.
True.
It's left for you and
We
I.
can work on that. Work on that, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, no, it's left for everybody.
Are you guys trying to parent a child that I don't know how?
It's left for everyone. It's left for everyone. It's not just easy. I
Yeah.
understand it's not easy.
Okay.
It's
We're
not
looking at
easy.
society, yes. But parents, please. Give
Yeah.
more time to your members. Give more time to your children. In fact, that's the money. That's the money. There will be a time in your life you grow old, you cannot make more money. So
Yes,
the investment in the
just
children
waiting
is
for-
what you will get. That's the money. During that time, you have parents that would not buy the so-called Ashwebi. Do not buy Ashwebi. They are ready to
Like
put
my
on
mom.
surprise themselves with so
Ah,
many things
no,
just
no,
because they want the children to
Yes.
go to school. But this era, you see fathers misbehaving,
Parties.
parties.
They will even take children to clubs.
People's daddies are in the club on Saturday.
Exactly.
Are you for real?
Yes, they take kids to
With their
club
kids
and
to club.
yes, I've actually seen it.
Okay. I don't say that.
Yeah, I've
Nah,
never seen the child.
I've seen it.
I've only been to the club once.
How old?
Ever.
Age
So,
range?
I don't know. I didn't see a
Like
child.
small, actually. Like small,
Okay.
very small.
Why would they let the child
And they'll
to
take
the club?
lounge that people, you don't understand, places that does not
Smooth.
make sense.
Take hands
Yes, and you're bringing a child, probably like a 4 years, to come to that place, and you're
What's-
saying you're having a family dinner or family
What's the
what?
visual
Like,
mindset?
what are you trying to teach that child?
What's the message?
Well,
But then, I don't know. I feel like even youth nowadays, like we have a lot of young people that are very unruly, that have
Yes.
no manners and all of that, and they are going to grow up into people's parents, right? And I don't think, like, when you become a parent, you don't just drop your bad habits. Like, it's not automatic. Like, I have a child now, I want to stop smoking. I want to stop doing.
some people don't even start that. So.
It's not like it's not you can't do that unless you like consciously try to
Try to
like work
stop
on it.
yourself.
Yes. So it's not like automatically you just automatically become a good person. So they're going to become bad parents as well.
So the leadership thing that needs to be done is they start working on themselves.
Yeah, start working on yourself
Like
now.
Hilda worked on herself.
What else? What else?
Just like that.
Hilda also gives a record of, okay, I want to be a good parent.
Kidding. Okay, so viewers, hope you've listened to Mr. Lovett
Thank
and
you.
Miss Ayo. Please, parents watching this, you really need to do better. You need to pick up these kids and really train them. Focus more on your kids. We are not saying, don't get us wrong, we're not saying don't chase the money. But at the end of like my parents would say, you are my investment. Do you understand? So I am their investment, which means all they've done for me, it's time for me to like, okay, reciprocate, and mom, dad, this is it. They'll just relax, and be taken care of. So at the long run, your kids are your investment and they are also your money. Please, you guys should please do well. We love you guys. Thank you very much, Mr.
you.
Lovis. Okay,
Thank you.
yes, so I couldn't even say, but I will laugh. Okay, can you just tell the viewers, because we are done with this section with our lovely guests. And
Okay, like I said, one other record I want to break is I want us to go back to the roots. Politicians for me are not our problem. Trust me. I know some of you might not believe me, but let me just give you this simple analogy. Most times, students are writing WIAC now. A lot of students are actually exposed to malpractices. Do you understand? And when you expose a child to malpractices, the child does not know what he or she needs to know. So you push them to tertiary institution, and for a child who had missed something in secondary school, will definitely do something in tertiary institution. If we can work on our education, of course, we'll work on our economy. The readers are leaders. So if we want to read, we need to read.
I like that. So hope you guys got that. That's a word of encouragement for you to hold on. Don't use your hand and hold it. We youth, we need to do better. We need to do better. If you agree with Mr. Lovis, don't forget to comment in our comment section. So, Miss Ayo, any word of advice for our viewers?
Oh yes. If you're watching this, I would like to let you know that whatever you want to do, just do it. I mean, we're talking about Hilda Bassett the other time, and there are a lot of young people that have dreams and visions. They want to start something, but then they are scared of losing, or they are scared of looking stupid to their friends. Because if you're starting something for the first time, the first one will not be perfect, obviously. Like if you ask like people that are successful now to go back to, okay, let's say somewhere like Wizkid, sit Wizkid down and ask him to like go back to play his first music. If you listen to that song, he's gonna start laughing like, is this
Yes.
this is not me. So, but then if you don't do the first one, how will you do the 100th one? How will you do the one that will get you the fame, the awards, the recognition that you need? So that is why my advice is just that whatever you want to do, start it, look stupid, be afraid, but just do it and put it out there for the world to see. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ma. We've come to the end of this section. Thank you so much, Mr. Lovis. I appreciate. We at Braze Media House, we appreciate your comment. Miss Ayo, we also appreciate you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, Braze Media House, I love you guys. Adieu. Peace out.